Hello, this is episode 2 on Introduction to the ADOS community. Today we're going to be discussing reparations and how do we push this going forward. Now, the people who are in the ADOS community and the reparations community, it has come to my realization that this isn't a very large community. It's not very large at all. Now, if you were to bring up ADOS, a lot of people would probably struggle to even know that it was an acronym for American Descendants of Slaves. They wouldn't know that. They may have heard of it, but it's not on their radar. And number two, reparations. They may know that term more than they do ADOS, but they don't know exactly what that means. Now, what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to really think about how do we push this out in a timely manner where this is on everyone's lips. Because I'm seeing a golden opportunity here. We can actually push this through by playing a little bit of politics in this coming election. Us coming together and pushing this reparations bill through. Now, that's not going to happen without some energy put into this community. Now, I hope that we can agree on that. Because outside this ADOS community, either people don't know about it or they do not take it seriously. Sure, there's been some progress, and kudos to all the people involved. I'm not trying to downplay what we have here, but let's just say this. How do we expand it? How do we move this going forward? Now, I think we should be a little aggressive here, and I don't think we let this election go by without giving this a wholehearted try on pushing this through. And I keep saying we can fight this battle now and win it, so our great grandkids will never have to fight this battle again. We can do that right now. We can make a stand. But if we don't come together and do something together as a whole in the Black community, we can talk about this forever. We can talk about how we can make this happen. We can keep fighting the fight, the good old fight to get reparations, the good old ADOS fight, the good old Black Lives Matter fight. We can do all that. We can fight that fight till there's no end in sight. And some of you might find that appealing. Because if that's what we're doing here, I don't want any part of it. I don't want any parts of it. And there is no reason why we should not have reparations right now. No, for this, we keep getting suckered into that we don't need leaders, Black leaders. We do need Black leaders. Everyone isn't fit to be a leader. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Everyone is not meant to be a leader. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with that. But when you see a situation like this, ADOS movement and the reparations movement, no one is at the forefront of this, pushing this. This should be on the tips of everyone's lips, at least Black folks. But if people knew how powerful reparations were, now I'm not talking to the people outside the community. I'm talking to those who may not know how powerful this movement is and what they're standing on. Because look, it's going to happen. This government is going to kick out a large sum of money to the descendants of slaves in this country. It's going to happen. Now, that's another topic on how that's going to happen and how that needs to be handled. Now, I read a tweet, I think it was from Tariq Nasheed, stating that, what the numbers look like, it's going to be a $500,000 check paid out to every African American descendant of slave. Paid out, I think, over 10 years, 8K a month, 8,000 a month. Something to that effect. Now, I like Tariq Nasheed. I love his work. But we're going to have to disagree on how that's going to get done, how that's going to be paid out. I like you, but I don't want you doing my taxes. Now, you just can't go around, well, you could, but that money would fly right out of black folks' hands so fast out of this community. You know the running numbers. How fast does a black person's dollar stay in the community? It immediately goes out. It immediately goes out. Without the proper education and the proper structure of the disbursement of that money, it'll just go right back into the hands of the people who gave it to us. Quick, fast, and a hurry. So, moving forward, we need to be talking about how we get that done. I'm proposing we get us a group of individuals, and we can agree on it, or so individuals who would be better at coming up with a plan on how to disperse some money like that. And really, I don't even think $500,000 is enough. I do not think that's enough by a long shot. That's not enough. That's not enough. So people really need to understand the power we have here and what we agree upon. We need to know our worth. And they're talking about a $500,000 check for everything that they put us through, and we just want to wipe it off. Tariq, now you know better than that. You know better than that. You know better than that. No, I'm not agreeing to that. So, but like I said, I like Tariq. His documentaries, I think Hidden Colors, that whole series is awesome. I've been following him, watching him for years. Man, I love the guy. He used to give dating advice. Yeah, he's really good. Some of his older shows, yeah, he was one. I used to watch you a lot. Yeah, thank you. But like I said, I like the brother, but I don't want him doing my taxes or planning out the disbursement of those funds. Well, I think we should get somebody on board like Dr. Claude Anderson. He's a national treasure. We should get somebody like him on that, amongst others. I can nominate some people. Warren Buffett. Follow his model. With the type of money we talking about, we could change the world. We can literally change the world. But if we're not careful with that money and how it's dispersed, it'll go right back to the hands of the people who gave it to us. So going forward, we need to be pushing the movement, getting that, that's a good starting number if you want to throw a number out. Because to some people, that may seem like a lot of money. We can throw that out, get people excited. But I honestly think that number should have been like 10 times that. 10 times that. That'll get me excited. And with the plan I have on what we should do with it, oh yeah, you'll love it. But I'm nominating someone like Dr. Claude Anderson, Warren Buffett, just those two. Those should get people excited. But going forward, we should really be getting our minds wrapped around how do we push this message through. Now, going forward, we need to let people know, bring it up. Do you know what reparations is? If you see someone, when you sit down, COVID-19, this whole epidemic is looking like it's about to start turning around. We'll be able to move around a little more. Bring it up. Bring it up. Everyone out there should be spreading the word to their friends, even the people in the entertainment community. Now, when I created this show, like I said before in the first show, I created this show for those influencers on how we should move forward. I wanted you guys to see me so you can spread it on. Hopefully, the message I'm giving you is crystal clear. Because your audience members will greatly benefit from this. We need to do business. We need to do politics. Now, I'm proposing, like I said in the previous show, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to conduct a fast. Initially, I was going to do a 22-day fast without food or water on the streets of Washington, D.C., as close as I can get to the White House, nonviolent, following all rules and regulations, fasting, similar to what Mahatma Gandhi did. Let's see what can we do to get people's attention on this. And there's other reasons why I'm doing it. I fasted before. It's no big deal. But I need to do something to get people's attention peacefully. Peacefully. Now I'm considering doing a 30-day fast. Doing a 30-day fast without food or water. I'm going to stay out there as long as I can. Yeah, I think I can do 30. It's been done. It's been done, people. It's not crazy talk. Do some research. But that's what I'm going to do. Now, only thing I'm asking you to do, spread the word. Let people know what's going on and why I'm doing it. Because the first thing they're going to try to do is try to make someone look crazy. Why is he doing it, though? But why is he doing it? He's bringing attention to the ADOS community and reparations. Don't let them distract you. Why is he out there? What is he doing? Why would he do that? Those are questions you should be answering. Reparations. Reparations. And black people, we're going to have to come together. I'm representing the community. I kept the show as family friendly as possible to get this message across. Reparations needs to happen this election cycle. Let people know about it. The same way people go out here, put street teams together to push an artist, put a promotional group out here. You should be texting your friends, your family. Hey, you should be really looking into ADOS and reparations. This could benefit you. This thing here is going to be responsible for the biggest influx of wealth into the black community ever. We would have never have seen anything like this before. Now I'm concerned with these numbers Tariq is throwing out. 500K? Really? No. We can start off with that. If that gets you guys excited, we can start off with that. But I'm really curious to see what somebody like Dr. Claude Anderson would have to say about that. Or even Boyce Watkins. He'd be good. But move it forward. When you're viewing when you're viewing their shows, or let's say Voice Walkers, it needs to be brought up every day. It should be brought up. Let your vote count. Vote ADOS. Whatever candidate is going to push that reparations bill through, whichever candidate can promise us that gets the black vote. That's the message we're putting out. That's it, plain and simple. That should be it. I'm not going to be long-winded on this. I'm going to keep the instructions clear. Whichever candidate is going to really push the reparations bill through. Precedent has already been set in California with Bill AB 2123, something like that. Look it up. Think of Shirley Weber, Congresswoman out there. Weasley, something like that. Excuse me. But yeah, let's do it that way. Precedent has already been set. There's already been in a bill that's on the table in California. It looked like it's going to go through. Where California has made the first step in doing reparations. California is going to be putting out a check. I hope we're just not. Well, I'm gonna say that. California is going to be sending out checks for reparations to black people, American descendants of slaves. And it's about time, and we're going to make sure that this goes through across the country. That's all I'm going to say on the matter. And next show, we're going to be discussing some of the things that we can do to make sure this whole movement doesn't get hijacked. Make sure it doesn't get hijacked. And what I mean by that is, with the racist rhetoric and the numbers that I'm hearing being thrown around, that aren't even acceptable. It should be more than just giving money out. No, this has to be coordinated. This needs to be coordinated. How is this money going to be dispersed? You don't give people who don't have a good understanding of finances a $500,000 check. How fast do the people who win the lottery go broke? Good day.